Good afternoon. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Well, I came out here to find my chicken boots and they're not here. I think I left them around the back side of the house. So I'm headed down the hill to clean out my chicken coop. I have needed to do it for a while and kept putting it off just because we've had a lot of stuff going on. Fall festival and different things like that. So the time has finally come. And my husband is going to stop on his way home from work and get me some pine shavings. In the meantime, I'm going to dump it all out on a tarp and take it down to the compost pile. And then when he gets home, I'm going to fill it up with fresh shavings. To get some supplies, I got to find my tarp. I think there's one under the house. I find it easiest just to dump everything out on a tarp and then just pull it down to the compost. Found a tarp. I'm going a little slow today, but I'm going a little bit better than I was yesterday. I've had inflammation in my leg and hip in the last couple days, actually since Saturday. It's trying to get the best of me, but I'm feeling a little better today, so I thought I'd go down there and do this with my coop, but I might be a little slow. Hey, fish. Y'all, I brought you some food and forgot to bring it down here. For like the 10th time, I've left it up in the kitchen. All right, let's mask up. Y'all, I'm gonna look like a crazy woman. Of course, that is not unusual for people that see me walking around here. It is pretty out today. The autumn colors are still here. How pretty. Pretty. All right, y'all. It's embarrassing how dirty my chicken coop is. It really is. Oh well. Let's tackle this. Oh, these ladybugs are all over everything. Well, actually they're called Asian beetles or whatever, but they look like ladybugs. So that's what I call them. But some people will correct you when you call them that. I still call them ladybugs. I should probably turn off my electric wire. Shoot! Chickens, y'all stink. My chickens are all molting right now, so I'm not getting a lot of eggs. Whew. All right, first step done. Got the shavings cleaned out. As soon as my husband brings the fresh shavings, we're gonna have y'all a fresh abode to sleep in tonight. All right, I'm finally back out again. My husband came home from work and forgot to get the pine shavings, so he had to go back out and get them. So I'm headed down here to put them in the chicken coop. Look at the clouds, aren't they pretty? Guys are headed down to the shop to work on the table. And that's that for this evening. It's been a crazy Monday. My husband said it's been busy at his job and Eli was busy at his, so I don't know, day after Halloween, maybe everybody had too much candy. Bring scissors. Put straw, put some pine shavings in the middle one, but they don't like that one. They always lay in this one right here. Y'all coming? It's clean. Clean, clean. They love it when I put fresh shavings in here. Let's go check on the guys before I head in. Come and see what y'all are doing before I go in. So I see you replaced the board.
We did.
Looks better.
It does. I agree. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, there was like one piece was red and it looked kind of out of place.
You see it right there on top.
It was in one of the other videos, but against the others it looked different.
It's a nice looking board, but it does look a lot different.
Yeah.
And there's some other red ones. Like, see, that's red.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple here that would be red. That one's red.
Yeah.
That one's really red. Cutting the biscuits in it to put it together, glue the top together.
Well, I'm headed back to the house.
Okie dokie.
All right.
We shall be here for a little bit.
Okay. Gotta close my window before I head in. Not that it's gonna be really cold tonight. I think in the 50s probably, which is pretty warm for this time of year. Definitely no heat needed from the pellet stove. We're at 79 and it is close to 6 o'clock. Actually feels very nice in here. Y'all look at my aloe. This is called a Christmas Carol aloe. And I came down here yesterday and I had it up underneath here and noticed something orange under here and I pulled it out and look what it gave me. Beautiful blooms. Very interesting. Succulents all have such interesting blooms. They're not like you would see traditional bloom flowers on most plants, but they're all very unique looking too. That's what's so neat about them. I just love them and they randomly bloom throughout the year, especially in here. I'll try to come down here tomorrow when the ruby necklace blooms are open because they close up at night, but they're real yellow, little offshoots. They're really cute. And it hadn't bloomed in a while and all of a sudden it started too. So something's triggered it. It's probably these cooler nights is what I'm assuming because I haven't been running my stove. So it's been getting probably close to 60 in here. And that's probably triggered some of the blooms, I'm sure. Just something, maybe it thinks the season's changed or something, which it has. So yeah, I'm headed in. See y'all tomorrow. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a great day. It is a cloudy day here in East Tennessee. We're right at 58. I think it's gonna be in the 70s again today and probably the rest of the week. And I don't know about next week, but I think these 2 weeks were actually supposed to be pretty warm, what the meteorologist said. So for November, I think we're above average. I've got to go over here and get these straw bales that were left over from our fall festival and take them to my chicken coop because I'm gonna put them in the run for the winter. I like to give them some straw bales to kind of block wind, play on, and then I can also open them up as they need straw in the run. And then what I take out, I use for my garden. Sometimes we use the tractor to move them, but I think we're just gonna use the wheelbarrow. I'll probably take a few trips though. He said he wanted the wheelbarrow. That's what I'm doing. Look at the sky. It's really pretty today. The clouds are. Aren't the clouds pretty?
Yep.
Look at all those pumpkins we got left. Last year I dehydrated a lot of our leftover pumpkins. I also gave some of the chickens. It's kind of like a natural dewormer. If you've not got a problem already, it's a good preventative. Chickens! I cleaned out their coop yesterday. It's nice and clean. Oh, it's starting to look wintry. Hey chickens! Y'all got some new furniture. What y'all think? Does that go with your decor? Alright.
Stop. You grab.
I want to kind of strategically place them. Alright, had to go back and get my clippers. We're gonna open this one bale up for the chickens. They're already being nosy, climbing on it already. Am I screaming? Last bale. I think they're liking it already. What are you doing, Queenie? Look at Queenie. Chickens. I just usually leave this sitting up all winter, and I'll probably get a couple more bales of straw, especially if I get little chicks and they can run around and go in here and stay warm. I've even dropped a sweeter heater from here. That's why you see those chains, and I'll put it down in here if I have baby chicks and they can go in there and stay warm, or they can go inside the chicken coop on that side. But I like to keep my chicken coop kind of closed off from the rest of them on this side, so when I first go in my coop I can store like feed, and the chickens can't run out the door immediately when I open it. So a lot of times if I'm raising chicks, I'll do that out here in the run once they're big enough to come out here. And this straw helps keep them warm in the winter, and plus it gives them something to do because they love it. And then as it gets dirty, I just take it out of here and put it in my compost pile, and then just add a few more from these bales onto the ground. And then in the springtime, I'll use it for my garden. So works out really good. Success! It looks a lot cleaner. So I've got the inside cleaned, outside cleaned, despite a few cobwebs and things like that, but y'all should be happy. Nice clean home. What are you doing? Congregating back there? I figured y'all would do that. They laid eggs back here last year. Well, speaking of eggs, while I'm down here, I'm going to check for eggs. And then I'm headed up. Did not bring an egg bucket. I didn't think that one through. Wouldn't be the first time. One egg. One big egg from my leghorn. I gotta get my sprinklers out of here while I'm down here. Don't want to leave them up too much longer. We rigged them up to these posts so they could reach up really high when we had corn growing. Worked out really well too. That was a water hose. I thought that was a snake. I just about come flying out of here, y'all. Screaming like a crazy woman. That I am at times. Woo! Caught that. Trying to get that zip tie so it didn't fall to the ground. Okay. I'm going to bag up some of my dried seeds. I've got some sunflowers, quite a few different varieties. I've got my rare yellow and red zinnia that I've got in a bag. We're gonna, as soon as it dries out completely, I'm gonna try to germinate those and see if I can come up with anything in the greenhouse over the winter time. I've got zinnias, a bunch of flowers, stuff just left over from the garden. Anything I could save, I saved it and put it in jars. That way I have food and flowers for next year. And if for some reason things were hard to find, which nowadays they tend to be, got them here. So always seed save if you can. Certain seeds you save different ways, but a lot of them you just dry up. Some you dry up on the vine, such as okra and beans, corn. Some you can take off and bring in here and dry. I jot a lot of things down in a notebook and a journal. That way if I need to reference back, I've got them. And a lot of things I put in mason jars. So yeah, got stuff ready for spring. These were my tall marigolds. They did really good out here. I'll definitely be planting these again in the springtime. I'm gonna put some of my zinnia seeds in my mason jar, and these are the ones I grew in my garden this year, and they've dried up. I've had them in here drying for a while, and if you just pull them out, see all of the seeds that come out of here. Tons of seeds. Definitely won't have to buy any more. Kept a lot of my really favorite ones. This was a big pink one that I can see, so I will be getting the seeds out of there. They look like little shovels, and that part right there is the seed. And I just mix mine together because I like my zinnias to be all different colors. But if you didn't, you could separate them. All right, y'all. Just off of a few flowers. Look at that. Nice.